With only one playoff spot left to claim, we're gearing up for a wild grand finale of the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series regular season. And let me tell you, Denny Hamlin has got a bad feeling about this one. Now, we all know Denny's got a bit of a knack for seeing things unfold before they happen, although that prediction about Chase Elliott making it to the playoffs might have been a bit off. But hey, nobody's perfect. Now, here's the deal. He thinks Daytona is going to be a bit of a crash fest. Stay tuned for more on this and subscribe to our channel to stay in the loop with all things NASCAR. On August 27th, the finest of stock car racing will be hitting the track for their last dance before the playoffs kick in. We've got 15 top-notch drivers who've already secured their spots in the playoffs, and that's all well and good. But there's one spot left, and it's up for grabs. You've got guys like Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott, and Ty Gibbs who are riding that edge, hoping to sneak into the postseason lineup. Now, the interesting part is that some of these drivers are going to be relying solely on their points to make it into the playoffs. And then there's the rest of the pack who are not only eyeing victory, but also securing a playoff spot in style. And that's where things could get wild. You see, Denny Hamlin's got a hunch. He feels that the days of cautious pacing on super speedways are long gone. It's like the green flag drops and everyone's hitting the gas like there's no tomorrow. So Denny's got a gut feeling that this race might just turn into a real crash fest. And with the way all the racers are teaming up and pushing each other to the limit, it might just end up causing some serious chaos. We're about to see a lot of super aggressive pushes, and Denny's predicting they could be a bit too extreme for their own good. But here's the thing. Denny himself might not be one of the drivers diving headfirst into the chaos. He's thinking, hey, maybe it's not a bad idea to take it a bit easy, especially on that first lap. And he's not alone in that thinking. The other drivers who got their playoff spot in the bag might also opt for a more cautious approach. Now, Daytona is a track known for its tight-pack racing and potential for big wrecks, and this race will be no exception. Some drivers already know where they stand in terms of playoffs, while others are facing a must-win situation. The draft's aerodynamics equalize the field, and a well-timed push from the car behind can lead to victory. Chase Elliott, the 2022 Cup champion, highlighted the challenging task ahead for those in his position. This year, the playoff field consists of 16 drivers based on wins, with ties settled by points. The regular season champion, even if winless, also gets a spot. Denny Hamlin emphasized the consistent importance of each regular season race, where a few points can make all the difference. He stressed how challenging it is in the Cup Series, requiring strong performance throughout the season to avoid being on the bubble. As things stand, 13 drivers are in the playoffs due to their wins, with 2 locked in based on points. This leaves 3 drivers competing for the last spot if a new winner doesn't emerge at Daytona. Bubba Wallace holds a 32-point lead over Ty Gibbs and a 43-point lead over Daniel Suarez. If there's no new winner at Daytona, Wallace can secure the playoff spot with 24 points, regardless of others' performances. Gibbs needs to gain 32 points, 33 if he finishes lower than third, while Suarez needs to gain 43 points with a tiebreaker advantage. That said, there are 14 drivers out there who can only advance with a victory, including Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Cindric, and others. Speaking of Austin Cindric, that guy's pulling all his guns out. Here's what he said. I'm not afraid to go out there and put my name in the hat. That just means he's aiming for victory at Daytona. That's right. Team Penske's Austin Cindric is eyeing the last playoff spot, and he's got a special reason for it. You see, Cindric already clinched his first Cup Series win at Daytona, and he wants to recreate that blissful memory. Last season, Cindric won the Great American Race, leading the pack as that white flag fluttered. Heading into this summer's race at the 31-degree bank track, he's been pretty optimistic of his chances. He's already given everyone a piece of his mind when he said, "This is an environment that is much more in our control. I've had success. We've had speed at these styles of racetracks. I'm not afraid to go there and put my name in the hat and say that I can win because I know I can." Notably, the current driver has managed to secure back-to-back wins at Daytona International Speedway's summer race. It's all about pushing boundaries and chasing victory for this guy, and Daytona seems to bring out his best. Here's a look at his journey in the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series regular season so far. Remember those exciting moments that kicked off the 2022 season? Well, for Austin, those times are etched as core memories. However, this year's been a bit of a different story. Austin's been flying a bit under the radar in the 2023 regular season, not quite hitting the same highs as before, especially without any jaw-dropping performances like his standout run at Daytona last year. He's just been consistently hovering around this year, notching a few solid P6 finishes in races at places like Las Vegas, Austin, and Chicago, but other than that, he hasn't really had any luck. Here's the thing though. Although Austin isn't sitting right in the spotlight of a guaranteed playoff spot, he's still not throwing in the towel just yet. That's right. He's looking to shake things up, hoping for that perfect blend of luck and skill to turn his season around. And guess where he's putting his hopes? Daytona, baby! This Sunday, all eyes will be on the track as the race goes live on the USA Network at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on August 26, 2023. Austin's aiming to make his mark and nab that playoff spot. It's going to be 1 in 10 showdown. You better not miss it. Turning back the pages of NASCAR history, we still remember Austin Dillon's spine-chilling crash at Daytona in 2015. His life literally hung in the balance after a harrowing crash that shook the entire NASCAR community. It was during the 2015 Coke Zero 400, a race that etched its place in NASCAR history with a breathtaking finish, but it also sent Austin hurtling into the catch fence. The scene was surreal. Austin's car went airborne and smashed into the barrier, causing a collective gasp from the audience. The impact was so intense that his car just shattered, and then, in a moment that defied belief, Dillon turned to the crowd and waved. It was a sight that left everyone both relieved and stunned. He had his share of injuries, a bruised tailbone and forearm, but thankfully, after a check at the infield care facility, he was released. NASCAR just recently shared a reminder of that chilling crash, just as the Coke Zero 400 race approached once again. A fan recalled Austin's horrifying experience. Not gonna lie, when I saw this live, I thought Buddy was dead. In that crash, not only did Dillon's car collide with others, but it was then catapulted into the air, ultimately crashing back down onto the track. The catch barrier was no match for the impact, as his car literally tore through it. Then came the final blow from Brad Keselowski's car, further intensifying the collision. It was pretty crazy, yeah? Joy Cheatwood III, the track president at the time, revealed that the crash's aftermath also affected spectators. 13 individuals near the crash site were evaluated, with 8 opting not to receive treatment. Among the 5 who did, 1 was transferred to a nearby hospital for treatment and then released. The remaining 4 were taken to the infield care center for further medical attention. The incident really brought the potential risks in motorsports to light. Could this season's finale at Daytona serve as another reminder of the tragedies that can unfold during NASCAR races? Denny Hamlin thinks so. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the next one that will pop up on your screen and subscribe to our channel for all things NASCAR. See you in the next one.